Hey guys, so today I'm going to do a tutorial for you guys. I think it's something a little different. I normally do like a review. I'm gonna do a tutorial on like a glowy summer makeup look. This is kind of like my go-to makeup look during the summer. Mostly I like to do this look, actually, to be honest, like all the time. So this is just gonna be a tutorial on how to do it, and I hope you guys like it. And a side note, I am wearing a shirt. It just doesn't look like it. I just have to let you guys know that. So I might look naked. I'm not. I'm wearing clothes. So let's just get into start out by taking the Becca Backlight Priming Filter, and I'm just gonna put like, that just shot all over my room. Okay. I'm gonna put like 2 pumps just all over my face, and this doesn't fill in your pores or anything like that. It really just gives you, like, as you could tell, this beautiful glow to the skin. In the summer, if I'm not doing like full makeup, I tend to just focus more on my skin, and I just like to put like this on and maybe a little bit of concealer for an everyday kind of effect. But today I'm going to show you like a full look, but this really does give your skin a nice sheen to it. It makes it look nice and dewy, which is really good in the summer because a lot of times you end up getting more dry in the summer. So now I am going to take the Maybelline Dream Satin Liquid Foundation, and I just actually bought this foundation at Target and I'm really liking it. I think it might be breaking me out a tiny bit here, but like, let's be real, everything breaks me out because I'm very, very sensitive. But I have that in the shade 60 beige, 60 Sandy Beige. It's a little too light for me, so I am going to be mixing it with the NARS Liquid Laguna Bronzer. So I'll just put like 2 pumps, and you can mix it on your hand. I'm just mixing it on a palette for the sake of this video, just so you guys can kind of see what I'm doing. And this will make it like just a little bit darker. And then I'm going to take that and just wipe like the excess onto my face. I'm going to take a Morphe foundation brush. This was in their Complexion Goals kit that I bought from Ulta. And I'm just going to kind of tap this into the skin. I really focus a lot in the summer on like minimal foundation. So like I'll take that little tiny bit and kind of just spread it as much as I can, just because I don't want like a super heavy look right now. The next thing I'm going to do is take the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Pores pressed powder and just kind of set my eyes. I'm going to do a pretty bold eye for what you guys probably are used to seeing on me. I'm very inspired, as you could tell by my nails right now. I painted them myself because I need a fill and I just haven't had time to go, so I just painted over the yellow. But I'm very into like the bright oranges and like all the bright colors in the summer. Sorry, I have an itch on my face. But I am going to be doing a pretty bright look, and I'm going to be using the Morphe 3502 palette. And this palette is just like, I don't know if you guys have seen the Morphe 35O. It's just a brighter version of that. So the first thing I'm going to do is take this first color right here, and they don't have names on them, so I'll just try to point as I go. But I'm going to take this color and just pop it into my crease to start creating some definition. And I just like to take this with windshield wiper motions. I have smaller eyes, like I've said before, so I start to bring it up a little higher in my crease, like to the top of the brow bone area. Normally I will do my eyes first and then my foundation, but for some reason today I started with my foundation, so I haven't done the concealer or anything, because what I will end up doing is taking a makeup remover wipe or my Garnier micellar water and just cleaning up under my eyes, because I will have some fallout. I do love these Morphe shadows, but they do have some fallout, but that is expected with bright shadows or anything that's very pigmented. They always have fallout, and it doesn't really particularly bother me so much. I know some people hate it. I don't really care that much. The next thing I'm going to do is take this third shadow here, which is just another warm like brown color, and I'm just going to deepen up the crease. So I decided, like, as I was doing this, that I want to try to create a halo eye. I've never actually created one before, so this will be like kind of a tutorial and me trying something new. But a halo eye is really just where you have like shimmer into the center of your eye, and then in these areas you will bring the darker shadows down. I've seen people do it before, so I think that that would be really pretty for this particular look, because I am going to have like that really fiery orange shimmer, and sometimes it could be too much if it's all over the lid. So we're going to try it and we're going to see. So I took that third color in and I'm just bringing it from the crease into the center corner of my eye as well as the outer. So the next thing I'm going to do is take this shade right here just to deepen up the crease a little bit more, and I'm going to focus this on the outer portion first and kind of draw the excess into the corner. So now I'm going to take this bright orange right here, and I'm just going to dip my brush into it, blow it off a little bit, and I'm just going to add this in this area. I'm just kind of running it along to give it some more definition. I got some right there. I'll clean it up. But this is just going to give it a little bit more definition, like to smoke it out a little bit more. I know it looks crazy right now, but I promise once it's all put together, it's going to look really, really pretty. I really like these colors because they remind me of like a sunset a little bit. So now I'm going to take my NARS concealer. This is the soft matte concealer, and this is in the shade 2.5. And I'm going to take my Tarte double-ended concealer brush, and I'm just going to take a tiny bit of this concealer and carve out the middle of my eye like so. I'm going to try to do it on camera for you. And this is just going to help the eyeshadow adhere better, and it will create like a brighter color. It's more of like a base for the actual eyeshadow. So I'm just going to focus that in the center of my lid. And now I'll just take the fatter end and kind of tap it down just so that it's not so much concealer. This is a very pigmented concealer. I actually bought it to wear like under my eyes, and I never did because I felt like it was just too heavy for my liking for under my eyes. This step, I do this with like a lot of different eye looks because I feel like it carves out my eyes better. Sometimes like when I'm blending I get too much color on my lids, so this helps for sure. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this really pretty like glittery orange shade. I usually apply these with my fingers, but because my nails are like extremely long right now, I'm going to apply it with a brush. I just have my ColourPop flat brush. I don't think there's actually a name to it. I'm going to apply it first without Fix Plus, and then if I need to deepen it with the Fix Plus, I will. Like, that's extremely intense. I don't know if you guys can tell. It's super duper intense. I'm going to intensify it a little bit more with the Fix Plus. It's literally like highlighter orange. So yeah, the Fix Plus definitely intensifies it. With the Fix Plus, when you have shadow with Fix Plus, you want to just tap and not rub, because if you rub, it will kind of knock the shadows out of place a little. And now I'm just going to take this shade in my peach palette from Too Faced, Peach Tea, and I'm just going to run this in my crease. This is the part that is always a little bit more difficult, is cleaning up the edges, because you don't want the edges to be super duper harsh. So see, that really cleaned up the edges a lot. I don't necessarily know if I like the halo eye thing. I think I might just end up putting it all over my eyelid. It looks okay, but for my personal taste, I have very small eyes, so I feel like it kind of looks funny on my eyes, maybe a little lost. So I'm just going to finish the whole lid. Yeah, that's much better for me personally. The next thing I'm going to do is take this deep, like, warm brown shade on a flat Morphe brush, and I'm just gonna like deepen this corner. This is more of a look that I go for. The halo eye was a decent try, but I have very small eyes, so I'm extremely particular about my eye shape and like how I do my eyeshadow. But this is just to kind of deepen up the outer crease and kind of add some definition. So I did my liner and my lashes off camera, and then I cleaned up under my eyes just using a makeup remover wipe. The lashes are the Ardell Demi Wispie Faux Mink. Liner is just the NYX matte liquid liner, and I just did like a tiny little baby wing right there. I don't do a big wing against small eyes, so I don't do that stuff. I use the Urban Decay Naked Skin and the Maybelline Fit Me concealer. So I'm just gonna dot this under my eyes. And I'm gonna just take my Morphe sponge to blend this out. Now that my concealer is blended, I'm going to take the Chanel Le Tan de Chanel cream base, and I'm just going to swirl my Tarte stippling brush in this and just kind of pat this along the outer portion of my face just to bronze me up a little bit. This color is pretty close to my skin tone, so when I am tan like this, it doesn't really bronze me up as significantly as it would if I wasn't, but it's just a nice base to give me a little bit more of a glow. Now I'm going to take my Wet n Wild contour palette, my favorite one that I've been using. I got a new one finally, but I don't want to open it yet because I don't want to waste it. I'm going to take that yellow powder just on a beauty sponge, and I'm going to pat this under my eyes. And I'm just going to focus under my eyes right now. I will wipe away like all the excess powder in a moment. I'm going to add some liquid highlighter to the rest of my face. The Hello Halo liquid highlighter, and this is in the shade Gilded Glow. And I really like this. This is what I have like on my shoulders. I'm going to show you really quickly like as a fun fact. I wanted the Rihanna ones, but I couldn't get them. So I found this in the store and I was like, let me just try this. Maybe it'll be a dupe for it. And I just take a little bit and I use a kabuki brush to just blend it out. And like, as you can tell, it gives you this beautiful glow. I will set it with a bit of like a highlighting powder. Like, quickly, I'll show you. I take the Anastasia So Hollywood, or like any highlighter really, just dip the kabuki brush in it and kind of just pat it in to set it. Like, it gives your shoulders this like beautiful glow. So yeah, that's my quick demo. But now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these Hello Halo and I'm going to put it on my nose. Put a little too much on. These are extremely pigmented, so take that into consideration when you use them. They do blend nicely over powder. I don't have powder on my nose right now, but they do blend really nicely over powder. And I'm going to take this, just put it here, here. I will say they dry pretty quickly, so you want to work a little fast. And they are a bit glittery, nothing crazy, but like as you can tell on my shoulder, a little bit of glow. I'm going to take this and just put it on my lips. I'm going to cover my face with powder as well, but this just gives my face like this nice little sheen to start. So I'm now going to take my Morphe powder brush and just brush away this excess bake. To set the rest of my face, I am going to take, you can't see, but the Laura Mercier Candle Glow Sheer Perfecting Powder in the shade number 3. And it's just like a glowy powder. And I'm just going to put this all over my face. Now I'm going to take my MAC Give Me Sun Bronzer. And I'm just going to bronze up my face. I'm not going to contour or anything like that, just bronze. So I am going to take this shade right here in the Morphe palette, as well as the first shade and the third shade, and I'm just going to run this along my lower lash line now. I'm going to take a liquid eyeliner under there as well. You might not be able to see this because I have to get like really up in the mirror for this part. So what I'm going to do next, I'm either going to like really love or really hate. We're going to find out. I'm going to take the Wet n Wild Metallic Liquid Liner, and this is in the shade Gilded Wings. This is from their summer collection. I'm going to line under my eyes. It's like this really pretty yellow gold. I'm going to line under my eyes in this. So I actually ended up really liking that, and it actually looks really cool. I'm actually pleasantly surprised at how this has come out. This is really out of my comfort zone as far as like the under eyes go and stuff, but I almost feel like I need to go to like Miami or somewhere nice and hot so I could wear this look. But next I'm going to take my Morphe blush palette, and I'm going to take the shade Provocative in the blush palette on my Tarte Mermaid brush, and I'm going to blend it with the shade Beat. And I'm just going to put this right on the apples of my cheeks. One thing I will say is that I suggest people when they're doing blush and stuff, you follow your own. I'm going to take this blush, by the way, and just kind of take a clean powder brush and just blend it out a little bit. This is like to kind of soften it up a little bit because I put a little bit too much on for my liking. But when you are contouring and highlighting and doing blush, I suggest you do it for your own face shape. Everybody has a different face shape, so something that I do for my face may not look good on somebody else. You kind of just have to follow your own structure, and like you learn as time goes what goes best for your face. The next thing I'm going to do is my eyebrows, and I probably will start them on here and then just kind of finish them off camera. And I'm using the Anastasia Brow Wiz in the shade Soft Brown, per usual. My eyebrows are real crazy right now, so they need to be done. So don't mind the bushiness of this brow. The next thing I'm going to do is just take this Peach Meringue shade on a flat Tarte Mermaid brush, and I'm just going to apply this to the brow bone. This is just going to kind of clean up any of the lines from the shadow and give me more of like a defined look. I know that this eye always, like I feel in camera, it always looks unblended, or like the blending doesn't look as good on this eye. I have different shaped eyes, the skin looks different. Like in person it looks completely blended, but for some reason on my camera this eye picks up more patchy than this eye. It could just be the lighting or like the way I'm sitting as well, but I just wanted to like be a disclaimer. I'm not like all patchy and crazy. This is like, it really is blended, I swear. I'm just going to take a little bit of the Anastasia So Hollywood Illuminator on that same brush, and I'm just going to highlight under my brow bone. I'm also going to take this highlighter with a Tarte brush as well, and I'm just going to pop that on the corner of my eyes. I'm being careful because I did the line under my eyes this time, so I don't want to smudge any of that liner. The last thing I'm going to do is take this Makeup Revolution highlighter. These are the Vivid Baked highlighters, and this is in the shade Golden Lights. It looks really white on the camera, and like in life it looks really white, but don't let it fool you because it actually comes off pretty golden. And I'm going to take this on my Lisa Frank brush from Glamour Dolls. This is brand new, I just opened it. And I'm just going to pop that highlight on the cheekbone. Like that highlight is literally blinding, but see how gold it comes off? It does not look that gold in the pan. I'm just going to take a damp beauty sponge and kind of pat the highlight into my skin a little bit more. I'm going to take some Fix Plus quickly and just spray my face fast. And as the Fix Plus is drying, I'm going to pat it into the skin. This is kind of like a trick. It'll make your skin look dewy, and it'll also melt all your makeup together. Don't like stab yourself in the face with the beauty blender because you will move product around if you do that. But if you just gently pat, it'll really just blend everything together. Like what I want to do is a crazy lip, but I'm just going to stick to a gloss. This is the Marc Jacobs gloss in French Tickler, and I'm just going to put this on. It's like a corally glitter gloss. It's nothing crazy. Okay, so this gloss isn't like wowing me with everything that I have on, so I'm going to take the Wet n Wild Color Icon lip gloss from their summer collection, and this is in the shade Pout of Paradise, and it's like a burnt orange shade. I'm just going to add this to my lips. I don't like it on its own. I think it's a little too orangey for my skin tone, but it should look good mixed in. That's much better.
So guys, I deleted the final clip, so I just wanted to say thanks for watching my video, and I hope you enjoyed this look. Don't forget to like and subscribe. All the products will be linked below in the description box as well.